Alright, so, just checking out a Shudder original. It's a 2021 film. Uh, it's basically it's more of a when a stranger calls type of thing. It's called Shook. It's directed by, who is the director? Jennifer Harrigan, or Harrington, and it stars Daisy Tudor as Mia, who is basically this online media social influencer type girl, and she has a bunch of friends who also kind of do the social media stuff. It's sort of like, again, it's like when a stranger calls, but it's like the remake version, which I actually don't mind the remake. I never saw the original, but this is what it reminded me of a bit. And it reminded me a bit of Scream towards the end, anyway. I mean, I don't know if I would go into spoilers for this. It's not one. At first, like when I was watching it, I was starting to be like, this might be one of the better horror films or films coming out 2021. And then I thought about it, preparing for a review and thoughts. I don't think so. I mean, I like the beginning portion when she starts getting the calls and the messages, because it goes like into sort of like, again, it's when a stranger calls, and then maybe some Black Christmas there. But it's one of those stalker social media, phone call, stranger calls, or the killer calls your cell phone or hacks your computer or whatever. Yeah, there's a twist in this, which the actor who, when we find out what is going on, there's technically two twists. In the first one, I kind of called, but basically, like, this Mia character, a social media star who she has to dog sit for her sister who's going out of town, and so she gets random calls from this unknown number. She doesn't know who it is, and her friends, meanwhile, she's texting them on her computer or phone. They want her to come over to their house. She doesn't want to because she's dog sitting. And then she keeps getting calls from the neighbor next door, Colin. And he's acting like, his dialogue, like, you start to, is this guy, this guy's a little bit too friendly and bizarre. And it goes off from there, really. Like, she ends up trying to find a dog throughout the house, and then getting strange calls. Now, the acting in this is really good. The editing's fine. I do like I like how it did the text. Like, when she's texting, you'll see like words pop up in the background, or they'll like visualize like the conversation as like, if she's talking to her boyfriend, you'll see her boyfriend and friends in the background by her. So you do like reenactments or dramatizations, which I thought was pretty cool, interesting and different, refreshing a bit. So there's some stuff I do like about this film. It's not long. It's about, I want to say 89 minutes, so it seems maybe a bit long towards the twist climax a bit. Because then when you find out what this is all about, it was kind of, granted, I didn't really call the last twist, but I figure like, well, after the first twist, I knew that's typical where the first twist and then it becomes a real thing of what's going on. But the person who's all behind it, I didn't catch. Caught me off guard. But then I didn't really care for the actor playing the killer, overall killer. I mean the person did fine, I thought, but like they sort of took me out of the. I don't want to say it took me out of the film, but like I couldn't really buy them as much of a threat, really. And then half this stuff, I'm like, then I'm figuring, well, they would have killed the person anyway, so, and plus they're nuts, so I'm figuring this girl might be able to still try to help instead of do what the killer says. It has a weird ending. It's like very abrupt. Like, it's like they didn't know how to really end it. So, we'll just end it there with a comedy. It starts to become like a comedy towards the end. Very ending few scenes. Especially the conversation later on between the two. But the acting, I will say the lead actress, Daisy Tudor, I thought she did really good. I mean, it's mainly on her acting throughout this. Like, it's mainly a one-woman show. Everybody else is kind of just there. Don't really know much about them, except maybe you find out one of her friends, which I'm like, okay, so if you work at a certain place, you're hot still, you're a nice looking girl, I don't see why you have to lie to impress people. I mean, there's like a character in this is like, so what if I work at as a cashier at a food store or whatever she said. I'm like, so? You're like gorgeous. Like, why do you... I didn't understand that. And it's not really supposed to be a gore fest because it's not really gory. Like, there's some kills in this, but they're kind of either off screen or they're just aftermath, and there's not even interesting aftermath kills or makeup effects, really. Kind of just plain or generic lame ones. So I guess that's a negative. The whole thing, now the whole twist with, again, me thinking about that now, like the character, the killer anyway, you find out who it is. And they orchestrated all that to build up, I guess, this reputation. I don't know if I buy that. But I guess I can sort of let some stuff go. But yeah, I would recommend it still, because I think it does have some interesting stuff in it. Again, like the text on the walls or around the lead girl, or the visualization of the text as people. I thought that was pretty cool. It's shot well again. Its acting is really good by Daisy. The girl played Mia. But again, problems are the ending. It's not really. I will say it's not a generic ending. I'll give it that. But then I'm like, well, does she really survive? Because, like, I mean, I guess. I would like to say she did. But overall, I didn't mind it. I thought it was a decent watch. Decent time to watch. Decent one. Pretty good one. So, yeah, I would say give it a watch if you like cyber. It's not cyber, but it's Home Alone type of stalker horror I don't even know what thing this would be under. I mean, it's horror, but yeah. Anyway, links down below for Patreon or PayPal if anybody would like to request movie reviews, commentaries, reaction videos, or whatever have you. Or if you would like to just donate to the channel, that's cool. If you don't, that's fine. Yeah, stay tuned for more videos. Till then.